ball tails away. And second. Off-speed pitch grounded down the line. Scooped up by Lujan. He throws. Makes the play. Fires over the first. And they're able to get him and strike him out, throw him out. 2 downs.
10 seconds takedown left. Yet. What a move.
Mariano on the inside for Terranova. This one's going to be tight. Wong going to try to touch it at the wire, and I believe she got it. There's Gibbs for 3. Beats the shot. Wong. Oh, Jeremy.
Hata in motion, and he's blocking for Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets past the line of scrimmage, and now he's got room to go. Now he's to the 30.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this MCTV Sports production of high school basketball. We are coming to you live from the campus of Mills High School in Millbrae on this February the 20th, 2015. We are in the PAL Girls Basketball Tournament. Up first, it's the Hillsdale Knights taking on the Westmoor Rams. Hello, everyone. I'm Kenny Melch alongside my broadcast partner, Harry Huey. And Harry, Mills is not in it, but we have a couple special teams participating in this game 1 of 4 here at Mills.
Absolutely. Welcome. I'm happy to be here. We are looking at a fantastic matchup, and it's between the Hillsdale Knights and Westmoor Rams. What we do know is we're going to be looking at a high-scoring affair. We know how Hillsdale got there. They relied a lot on shooting the threes and a lot of transition, and we know how Westmore got here. They are shooting phenomenal. They're averaging over 50 points per game. And so we are looking at a fantastic high-scoring event.
And they're now announcing the starting lineups. First, let's look at Westmore. They start Marlene Alcantara, 5-foot senior, number 2. Their leading scorer, number 10, Yasmin Gu, 5'9", senior, averaging 13 points per game. Number 13, Brianna Damagas, a 5'4", senior, coming onto the floor now. At 1 forward, it's Nora Alatua. 25 is her number. She's a 5'9", senior. And in the middle, co-captain number 33, a 5'9", senior, Tiara Cobbins. Their head coach is Mike Keogh in his 3rd year. They come in with an overall record of 19-6. They finished 12-0, first place in the PAL North Division, and they arrived here with a win on Wednesday over Carlmont, 53-39. Hillsdale starts number 3, Kaylin Huang, number 11, Marissa Atanari, number 13, Emily Nepomuceno, number 14, Cara Ronberg, and number 22, Adesia Cotton. They are head coached by Mike Chardella in his 1st year with an overall record of 18-7. They finished at 10-2 in the PAL South Division. Good enough for 2nd place. And they arrived here with a victory, 53-42 this past Wednesday over Terranova. The referees for today's game, Greg Ong and Andrew Yee. We're getting set for tip-off. Harry, here we go, the semifinals of the PAL Girls Basketball Tournament. And the tap is controlled by Westmore, taken by Yasmin Gu. Hillsdale opens up in a man-to-man. Westmore dumps it in down low. Nice post move with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Nora Alatua. And a rebound back the other way go to the Knights.
So what we're going to look for in the Westmore Rams is they like to shoot. They're not a very deep three-point shooting team, but they're relying on the post move. So we just seen the last play.
Westmore starts in a man-to-man defense, traveling called against the Knights. Just underway here in the first quarter from Mills High School. Once again, Kenny Milch and Harry Huey on MCTV Sports, covering all 4 semifinals games live on MCTV. This is game 1. There'll be 2 girls' games. Sandwiched will be the boys. That's Goo on the drive. Contact, no call. Rebound put back to Cobbins, and the Rams take a 2-0 lead.
So on the Ram side, the player to watch is number 10, Yasmin Gu, and she is averaging almost 13 points a game.
Hillsdale turns it over as they tried to inbound it after the bucket.
And there's the set.
Rams a top seed. Gu can't find a handle. Turnover goes to Hillsdale. Final Westmore standings in the north on top. Again, 12-0. Half Moon Bay second at 9-3. Terra Nova third at 8-4. South City and Oceana finishing a tie for fourth at 5-7. South City got the edge and got the home game on a play-in game on Monday, and they beat the Sharks. And then South City had the dubious task of playing Westmore, and of course lost that one. Missed attempt there by Kaylin Huang. Block shot for Westmore, and they take over.
So with the Knights, I mean, they have to realize they do have the weapons to shoot the three. So on the Knights side, we're looking for top shooter number 23, who's currently not in the game. Then we're also looking for Caitlin So, number 3, that she has the ball now.
On the drive, she was fouled. First foul of the game. It goes against Westmore. Alcantara, that's her first. Westmore stays in their man. Nice cut to the bucket, but couldn't find the handle. Was Huang. Back the other way come the Rams. Steal by Alatua.
You see the Rams are pretty patient. They're going to rotate the ball, find a lane, and find their post player, and basically drop it into her.
There goes Cobbins. Ball out of bounds. Remains with Westmore. Keogh in his third year. Won this county tournament last year. There's a turnover on the inbounds. And a foul against the Rams. Foul goes against Cobbins, her first. Second team foul against Westmore.
I had a chance to ask Mike earlier today, just briefly before the game. Mike, head coach of the Hillsdale Knights, told me that they're trying to stop the Westmore on a half-court set, knowing that they do run and gun a lot. And we shall see if that holds true.
There goes Huang on the drive. And a turnover. Steal goes to Cobbins. Here come the Rams. Gu with the ball, number 10 for Westmore.
Good rotation. They're still looking at throwing it into the bigs.
Foul on Huang for Hillsdale, her first, and Hillsdale's first. Yasmin Gu was a co-MVP in the PAL North Division with Ariana Sheehy of Terra Nova. That's Gu with the ball right there. Drive the lane. That's Alatua, and she finds the rim. And it's 4-0.
And by the way, that's the second bucket inside of paint for Hillsdale. For Westmore.
Jump shot missed there by Adija Cotton. On the rebound. Little confusion between the referees. But they decide
it's a Hillsdale.
It's going to go to the Knights. trailing 4-0, having a difficult time scoring against this Ram defense. Block shot by Alatua on Huang. Here comes Gu. Finds Cobbins, and she's fouled going to the rack.
So, as you can see, the last 4 or 5 times down, the Rams are looking to pass the ball into Corbin. That's where they get their scoring. Now, she averages 8.8 points per game. Mostly they're all inside shots.
Cobbins, the third leading scorer on the Rams, misses her first. Gu leads it at 13. Then it's Demagus at 8.4 and Cobbins at 8.1. She misses both free throws. Rebound to Hillsdale. Atanari with the rebound. Missed shot there. Taken by Gu. More transition. Gu not only can score, she's a great passer. Sometimes looks to pass too much, says head coach Mike Keogh. Penetration missed. Rebound Cobbins, and she's fouled. Alatua couldn't get it to go, but Cobbins there on the offensive boards, and that's going to be a tough task for Mike Chardella and the Knights trying to keep the Rams off the offensive glass.
Yeah, absolutely. I could imagine that Cobbins will be on the free throw line quite often tonight. She's getting the board, so something Hillsdale's got to figure that out.
And she's missed 3 free throws in a row. Final standings in the PAL South, it was Menlo Atherton winning the championship. These Hillsdale Knights were second, 10-2. MA was 11-1. Mills finished third at 8-4. Carlmont and Cappuccino ended up tied at 7-5. Now finally, Cobbins hits her first free throw in 4 attempts, and it's 5-0 Westmore. And this drought for Hillsdale to start the game is now at 4 minutes exactly. Penetration, nice help by Cobbins. Nowhere to go for Atanari. And here come the Rams again. Block shot there. Fulgencio went to the hoop. It was blocked. Hillsdale going to zone the out of bounds. Gu. You got a feeling if Westmore scores here, we're going to see a Chardella timeout. Instead, a turnover by Alatua.
Now that was a rare turnover. I know what they're trying to rotate the ball and looking for Corbin. I mean, they know they have a weapon down low.
Instead, Mike Keogh calls a timeout, his first. We'd like to give the Chamber of Commerce big thanks for sponsoring MCTV's coverage of this PAL tournament. The Chamber of Commerce is a non-profit association that promotes and supports the growth of business in Millbrae. The Chamber also provides information about great places to dine, shop, and stay when you're in Millbrae. If you'd like to join, contact millbrae.com or call 697-7324 for more information. Thanks again to the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce. And Harry, it's a tough start for the Knights. They've had trouble figuring out this Rams defense. No points in over 4.5 minutes.
Right, I can imagine in the huddle, you know, the strategy to use here is that every time they try to drive, they got in trouble. They're not able to get to the hoop, let alone shots are being blocked. Hillsdale's got great three-point shooting, and I'm not surprised that they're trying to maybe take some shots outside instead.
There's Huang on the penetration, another block shot like you talked about. They get a rebound and another rebound to put back, and Hillsdale's on the board, and it's Adesha Cotton.
Well, it's always good to get that first bucket. Now their, concentration probably is how to, play really good defense. They're watching Corbin, but Corbin's way outside.
Cobbins, spin, in the lane, nice pass. Nowhere to go there for Araya Perez. One of two sisters on Westmore's varsity. Perez, a senior, Araya, and Alyssa Perez, a sophomore. Steal by Gu. One-on-one. Gu, contact, and a whistle. She'll go to the line. Gu does it all.
Well, got to be very careful with this Westmore Rams, every turnover they're going to run, they're going to transition. There's always 2, 3 players running the lane. So if Hillsdale don't hold on to the ball any better, it could be a runaway in a hurry.
We mentioned Gu's co-MVP with Sheehy of Terra Nova. Also making the first team from Westmore is KC Liang, a junior. Liang, number 21. And Gu converts them both 7-2. Rams.
Now the Rams open up a little full court pressure for the first time.
Three-point attempt there by Atanari. Rebound, and it's Cotton. And she's got both of Hillsdale's buckets, and both of them came on offensive rebounds.
Absolutely. They finally figure out that, hey, we got a rebound and put it right back.
A drive and a finish counted for Gu.
That was a pretty drive. I mean, she had control. She saw the lane.
Foul charge to Ronberg, her first. Also making the PAL All-League team from the north on the second team was Cobbins and Demagas. Honorable mention, Alatua. Gu makes a three-point play.
Now the full court trap is on. They patient rotating.
Reverse layup attempt there, no good by Ronberg, and another offensive board taken by Cotton.
Well, Cotton's doing a very good job. That's 3 rebounds, 3 offensive glass, and that's what Hillsdale needs now to at least settle. Oh, here comes Westmore seen enough.
Liang into the game. First teamer, number 21 for Westmore. Here comes Huang. Try to get it into Cotton. She has trouble. Kicks it back out for 3, and it banks in. Nice shot there by Ashley Yakushi, 5'8" senior, and it's 10-7. All of a sudden, you look at the scoreboard, Hillsdale's only down 3, although a three-pointer there from Liang, and they're down 6.
Now they're opening it up. So this is a type of game that's going to be very good to watch. I mean, they both have the shooting power. Westmore continues with the man-to-man trap.
On the drive, Huang was fouled. Foul charge to Cobbins, her second. So Huang will go to the line. Also making honorable mention from the north for Westmore, besides Alatua, was Alcantara. So they were well represented on the All-League team as Huang knocks it down. For Hillsdale in the south, they did not get a first team representative, but they have 2 on the second team, Nepomuceno and Rachel Tejan. And making honorable mention was Huang and Ronberg. As Huang makes the second free throw, Knights down by 4. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter on MCTV Sports, live in the semifinals into the game, and the shot getting blocked was to Gao. But the Rams get the offensive board. Gu gets pushed down by Huang.
It's amazing that you just mentioned all the representatives in the all leagues. They're all on the court. I mean, there's at least 8 out of 9, 10 players easily can be an all-leaguer. So that's a great competition. Reminds me of an all-star game right now.
There's Liang. Offensive board and traveling called against Demagas. Westmore's now won back-to-back league championships. Ball stolen by Gu, and she gets fouled again. And Westmore's in a bonus. Caroline Monga, her first. Gu to the line.
Boy,
Check that. That's Westmore's third straight PAL North title. 2013, 2014, and 2015. And they won the county last year. So Mike Keogh, all 3 years, has won the league title in the North. Missed free throw. And a foul on Westmore.
it's amazing how Westmore has come about this year. In the league, they're 12-0. They have outscored their opponents by average of 21.9 points per game in the league. So they had a tough preseason. Sure, you lose 6 teams, but 4 of those are the WCAL schools, and those are tough to beat, as we know. So they really have played tough competition.
That's right. And in the preseason, actually, it was on MLK Day at City College. Westmore beat St. Francis. So we've completed the first quarter, and the Rams lead it 13-9. We'd also like to say thank you to the City of Millbrae for providing generous support for programs like this one. The City of Millbrae has a long-standing tradition of supporting public access programming on MCTV, and we look forward to a great continued partnership. If you'd like to find out more about the City of Millbrae, check out the city website at millbrae.ci.us. Thanks again to Millbrae, a place in the sun. And you're watching MCTV Sports live from Mills High School. And Harry, you got a few first quarter statistics for us?
Yes, I certainly do. Let's start with the Westmore. Leading scorer is Yasmin Gu with 5 points. Casey Lang with 3 points. Nora Alatawa with 2 points. And Tiara Cobbins with 3 points. Over on the Hillsdale side, Ashley Yakushi 3 points. Dacia Cotton 4 points, leading Hillsdale Knights. And Caitlin Wang with 2 points. But Hillsdale Cotton with 4 rebounds, of which all of them were offensive rebounds. That's what's keeping Hillsdale in the game.
And the Knights have the ball here to start out the second quarter, down by 4. Kenny Milch here alongside Harry Huey. PAL semifinal number 1 of 2 for the girls, and we got 2 for the boys. It's going to be a long, great evening.
That's correct. We hold on to your seats and grab a bite and just relax and watch all 4 games.
Hello to our viewers at home watching live on MCTV. First time in the history of the PAL that this tournament is broadcast live, semifinals, all 4 games, landmark occasion. Well done by Andy Pittman, General Manager, Chief Engineer, our Director Jeff McGinnis, and the rest of our MCTV crew. Good ball movement. That's Alcantara for 3 from the corner. Can't get it to go. And a rebound goes to Atanari of Hillsdale, and that's Cotton inside getting fouled. She'll go to the line again. We'd also like to thank our statisticians, Mariko Wayne, Serena Carr, and Jasmine Dong, doing a bang-up job on the computers right next to us, Harry.
And that's right, and we also have Megan Wong and Bridget Lee over to my right. So these 5 are the members of our Mills JV team, and definitely they're nice to teach, and when I ask for help, here they are helping us with stats.
Yeah, that's really nice. And you're the head coach of the JV girls, and how'd your season go this year, Harry?
It's mixed bags. We started off very young, only had like 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 9 freshmen. We finally played better the second half. We wind up with 50-50, but it's a building block for next year. And with me helping with the stats, I really appreciate the effort. That way they get to learn the game, and they're watching the best of the best. Although Mills Varsity, who I entertain and watch through the years, didn't make the finals in the PAL, but they'll be back in the CCS.
Mills was beat by Half Moon Bay 52-41. We'll see the Cougars a little bit later on in game number 2 of the semi. Cotton made one of her 2 free throws to cut the deficit to 3, and we've exchanged some missed buckets and a turnover. And the Rams have it now here with 6.5 remaining in the second quarter. Rest of our MCTV crew: Brian Pribble, Aaron Fellers, Gabriel Salazar, Justin Huey, Nick Chang, and Randy Sahai. There's a rebound for Hillsdale by Ashley Yakushi, but it's taken away by Westmore. Penetration dish, nice pass there inside. And it comes from Demagas, and the basket goes to Araya Perez. 15-10. Rebound, outlet, out of bounds, goes to the Rams. Also from the Mills High School Art of Video class, William Donahue Bombosh, Charles Wang, Tiffany Yu, and Alex Habash. So a big MCTV crew combined with the Mills High School Art of Video playing a big part in this broadcast of all 4 semifinals. And tomorrow we're doing the championships as well. Girls at 6, boys at 8. There's a 3-point attempt. No good off the mark by Alatua. Rebound by Gu, but she stepped out of bounds.
On the last time down, I heard the Hillsdale players, one of them on a bench, slow down, patience. The last attempt, they were rushing the shots, and they're trying to drive in uncertain, so this is going to be important for Hillsdale to kind of settle down.
Missed shot there from Monga. Here comes Gu. She's just a very smart player. Sees the floor, although she traveled right there.
That's right.
The little broadcaster's jinx.
Right, I think she was looking for the guard to pop up, and she didn't. She went backdoor, and then she had to just eat it, double dribble. It happens to the best of us.
We mentioned Mike Keogh's success and Mike Chardella for Hillsdale in his first year, but boy, he's got quite a resume in the back of his pocket, leading Sacred Heart Prep girls some time ago, before the turn of the century, to a state championship. So he's been there. Cross-court pass, 3-point attempt is off the mark from Casey Liang. Here comes the Knights.
And talking about Mike Cadella, last season he was assistant coach of our Mills varsity girls. So we kind of learned some of his tricks, and he's having very good success with.
Nice shot there by Manga. 5'9", she's only a sophomore. You know, once again, you look at the scoreboard, and Hillsdale's only down 3, and it seems like Westmore's been pretty dominant. So if you're Coach Chardella, you're pretty happy right now with the scoreboard at least.
That's correct. The adjustment was close-up defense, and they probably figure out how to guard Cotton down low, or Colbin. And as a result, they're not getting any more in the paint points. So Westmore's relying on their outside shot the last 3 or 4 times down.
Turnover by the Rams on the travel. Hillsdale can tie it with a 3 and cut it to 1 with a deuce. Nice cut down the lane. And a kick out to Cotton. No good. Rebound. Put back is no good from Monga. She still battles for it. Gets her shot blocked by Cobbins.
Great hustle on both ends. Boy, Hillsdale's found a way to get those offensive rebounds, keeping them in the game. So Caroline Munga now with 3 rebounds, and Adesha Cotton with 5, leading Hillsdale.
Offensive rebound, shot attempt, no good. Here comes Cobbins battling for it. Nice baseline bounce pass, and they're going to get Gu over the back.
Well, careful here. I think that may be
Westmore foul number 10, Gu. That is her first.
Timeout. Hillsdale and Chardella, their first.
I believe that's Gu's 3rd foul.
First.
First, okay. My mistake there.
Many thanks go to the Magnolia of Millbrae for sponsoring this event. The Magnolia of Millbrae is a welcoming place for seniors who want luxurious living conditions with a swimming pool, fine dining, and a gated covered parking garage. For more information, please contact themagnolia.com or call 697700 or toll free 1-888-860-6915.
What's interesting, I'm not seeing Hillsdale shooting the three like they used to shoot. So, I think that may be changing. Hillsdale's defense obviously got a little better. Westmore is relying on a lot of outside shots now. And the game is now even up quite a bit.
Leading scorer so far for Westmore. Gu's got 5. Liang has 3. Cobbins 3. Araya Perez 2. And Alatua have 2. 3 steals already for Gu and 4 rebounds. Once again, the Knights with a chance to tie it with a 3. They buckled down defensively. Gotten their offense going somewhat. And there's a nice shot there by Cotton. She's been sparkling for the Knights here in the first half. Kept Hillsdale in it. Good timeout by Chardella as Hillsdale's down by just 1. Gu for 3, off the mark. Rams retain possession.
So it appears Mike's timeout, talking to the team. Let's make sure they don't transition, stop their running game. So far it's been working here in the second quarter.
Hillsdale zoning the out of bounds. Liang dumps it inside to Gu. She can post up as well. Very versatile. 3 on the shot clock. Late shot by Liang. Rebound by Cotton. A good defensive possession there for Coach Chardella and Hillsdale.
Cotton with another board, so she's up to 6 rebounds, leading rebounder of this game.
Taking the 3-pointer, but missing off the mark for Hillsdale was Emily Nepomuceno, 5'6" junior. But the Knights will have it out of bounds. Coach Chardella calls box. Lets his team know there's only 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Ronberg. And a 3-point attempt there by Nepomuceno is taken by Gu. Gu with a nice bounce pass in transition. But Demagas can't get it to go.
But that was a good move. I mean, Rams actually had a transition down court. Just happened to miss the shot.
There's a 3-point attempt from Nepomuceno, and it's good. And Hillsdale has their first lead of the game at 17-15.
Now, we knew that was going to happen eventually. There's that Nepomuceno is the second leading 3-point shooter on the Hillsdale team.
Nepomuceno, 5'6" junior.
Westmore ball.
Rams have been in a scoring drought themselves. On the drive, Alatua, and she's called for traveling.
It appears that the Rams all of a sudden in the half-court offense are not very certain of themselves.
So Westmore led 13-9 at the quarter break. And they've been outscored 8-2 here in the second quarter. So the great Rams offensive team has been held to 2 points, and we're approaching the 7-minute mark, which has elapsed here in the second quarter. Excellent defensive job, Hillsdale in their man. And a steal by Monga.
Here's the update on the turnover count. Hillsdale has 7, Westmore 6. So pretty even on the turnovers.
There's Cotton. Boy, is she hot, Harry.
Oh, she definitely is.
Hillsdale opens up a 4-point lead, less than a minute to go, about 38 seconds here until intermission.
So Compton now has 9-point leading all scorers for the Hillsdale Knights.
Turnover, Westmore. They look a little shell-shocked here.
Definitely.
And
This Westmore team looked a lot different than the first quarter. As I
timeout, Hillsdale. When you talk about rankings, Westmore, of course, number 1 in the north, Hillsdale number 2 in the south. Nationally, Westmore is ranked 1,392. That's out of 14,000 schools nationally. In the state of California, ranked 157th. That's out of over 1,000. And in the CCS Division II, they are ranked 7th. Hillsdale on the other side, nationally ranked 3,265. So Westmore with a significantly higher national ranking as well as state ranking, 296th in the state of California. And in CCS Division III, Hillsdale is ranked 6th. That according to Max Preps, and those rankings do come into play somewhat when you start talking about CCS seedings, and that meeting is coming on Sunday with the CCS playoffs starting next week.
And there's probably no surprise that both these teams will rank pretty high. We'll probably get a first round bye, but let's see.
Now this is an interesting call here. Hillsdale was going to hold it for the last shot, but Huang just stood there in the back court holding the ball. Greg Ong, the lead official, was counting out a five count, even though she wasn't closely guarded. That's a new rule in girls basketball. You can only hold it for 5 seconds.
That is correct, and I don't believe she knew that.
Turnover goes to Westmore. They got a chance here, but fumbling it is Gu, and a 3-point attempt at the buzzer by Hillsdale is no good. So it does not hurt Hillsdale, except they don't have a shot at the end of the half, but nonetheless, they head to the locker room with a 19-15 lead. And Harry, your thoughts here on the first half?
Well, we've seen two different quarters. First quarter, Westmore knew what they wanted to do. They're going to come out and run, transition, and we've seen that happen. And they started off with a 5-0 lead. Now, slowly halfway through the end of first quarter and into the second quarter, the game plan changed. Although the Rams started full court pressing, but Hillsdale came out and said, look, we're going to stop Cobbins from scoring down low, and they did that in the second quarter. Then on the other hand, on offense, they were pretty calmly passing the ball around and looking for the threes, and they did just that.
Hillsdale ends up outscoring Westmore 10-2 in the second quarter, and once again they lead by 4 as we head to the break. We'll take a short intermission and come back with more in the second half right here on MCTV Sports.
Millbrae Community Television would like to thank the following: the City of Millbrae, a city in the sun; the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce; the Magnolia of Millbrae; Alma Masola. Thanks again from Millbrae Community Television.
Halftime winding down here on MCTV Sports from Mills High School. Game number 1 of 4 in the Peninsula Athletic League San Mateo County PAL Championships. And it's Hillsdale on top of Westmore here in game 1, 19-15. Harry, we talked about the first half as we take a look at some of the first half statistics on the board here for Hillsdale and Westmore.
Let's take a look at the first field goal percentage. Westmore is 5 for 27, shooting only 19%. Hillsdale's not that much better, but 7 for 28, 25%. Free throws, lead goes to Westmore, 4 for 8. Hillsdale only shot 4 attempts, making 3 out of 4 free throws. Rebounds, basically a tie with Westmore at 14. Hillsdale with 13, but Hillsdale came back strong rebounding in the second quarter. Last assist, pretty much a tie. Westmore with 1, Hillsdale with 2, and lastly steals. It's dead even at 5 apiece. Additional stats for turnovers. Basically, Hillsdale had 7, Westmore had 8 turnovers. Fast break, I would basically said is even. Hillsdale having about 5, Westmore 4.
Before we get to the second half, let's take a look at the brackets if we have them from the girls' side. Once again, Westmore beat Carmont in the first round 53-39. Hillsdale beat Terra Nova 53-42. Half Moon Bay topped Mills 52-41. And Menlo Atherton beat South City 44-28. Hopefully we'll get those brackets up for you in a little bit. So we're set to go here. Hillsdale will have the ball. Once again, they outscored Westmore 10-2 in that second quarter after the Rams opened up a 13-9 lead after 1. So Coach Chardella and the Knights have all the momentum coming out of the break over Mike Keogh, the head coach of Westmore. There's a long bomb three-point attempt there, and it's off the mark from Nepomuceno. Here comes Gu in transition to Alcantara. She cannot finish. Cotton with the rebound.
What we saw out of that transition, Westmore Rams picked it up where they let off. You know, a miss, got a rebound, just ran it down court. Unfortunately, unable to score on the last attempt.
Traveling call against Huang. We'd like to thank you all for joining us and welcome our viewers watching live on MCTV. If you can't make it out to Mills High School in their beautiful brand new gymnasium, then you can watch it all on MCTV. All 4 semifinals tonight, both championship games tomorrow. Here's Westmore, the North champs. For 3, Cobbins with the assist, Alatua with the tray. And that breaks a long scoring drought for Westmore. They trail by just 1.
Absolutely. Looks like the Rams got some energy coming out of halftime. And so we'll just see. Here comes a running.
Alcantara from the outlet, left-handed spinner off the glass, doesn't fall. That's Atanari off the mark. The rebound goes to the Rams. In the next semifinal, approximately 6 o'clock tip-off, it's Half Moon Bay, number 2 in the north, against Menlo Atherton, number 1 in the south.
That's going to be another excellent matchup. Hopefully you can join us then. Westmore, the last couple of times down, are looking to run the ball. Now they're just half-court set offense.
Hillsdale in man. 10 on the shot clock. Carrying over, good call there by the assistant referee, Andrew Yee. Both referees have done a fine job tonight thus far, Greg Ong and Yee. Calling it as it should. Nice interior pass there to Ronberg. Rebound Cobbins.
The Hillsdale Knights doing a good job of defending against the break.
Here's Gu, runs into a defender, no call. Ball tipped out of bounds. Nice defensive position there by Kara Ronberg, a 5'9" senior. Looked like she took a pretty good charge there against Gu. Hillsdale yet to score here in the third quarter. Cotton being harassed by Alcantara. Check that. Araya Perez. Alcantara was subbed out after she missed that layup.
Hillsdale last time down looks a little bit puzzled. I know they're looking to score in the paint. Let's see what they do in this possession.
Westmore now switched to a zone. Huang's interior pass deflected, but they retain possession. There's Huang again with the drive. Neither team shooting very well. You saw the halftime statistics. Hillsdale slightly better, 25%. Westmore uncharacteristically in the teens. I believe it was 17%.
Very, very low. Oh,
Steal by Gu. This is where she thrives. She runs into a player and it's a charge. Nice defensive position there by Kaylin Huang, the 5'4" sophomore. She's only a sophomore, Harry. She's a good one.
absolutely. Westmore uncannily, this is their 4th turnover of the second half. So this game is going to come down to who can keep the ball. But Westmore's got a zone trap.
That was a replay on that nice defensive position by Ronberg. Here's the charge coming up. Well done by Huang. Gu would have been better off pulling up. Timeout called on the floor. I believe it was by Hillsdale. If it was, that's their 3rd charge timeout of the game. They only have 2 left. It's time to say thank you to another one of our underwriters, the City of San Mateo. We're excited to have the city on board with MCTV Sports, especially since we show so many events that include the high schools in San Mateo. Those include Aragon, these Hillsdale Knights, and San Mateo Bearcats. To find out more information about San Mateo,
Millbrae
check
Community
out
Television.
the city website at cityofsanmateo.org. Thanks again to San Mateo. And Hillsdale from San Mateo holds on to a slight lead, although, Harry, they have not scored yet here in the second half.
Not at all. Going back to the last time out, Westmore pull out a full court press here, a 1-3-1 trap, and Mike at the Hillsdale didn't want to have their players confused, have to burn a timeout. Interesting setup here.
Hillsdale 18-7 overall, went 10-2 in the PAL South. Good for second place. Westmore 18-6 overall. They went 12-0 undefeated in the PAL North. 3rd straight championship for the Rams and their head coach Mike Keogh. 3-point attempt by Huang is blocked by Gu and hauled in by Cobbins. Hillsdale stays in their man. Alatua looks inside. Nice spinning left-handed shot there by Brianna Demagas, the 5'4" senior.
Now, Westmore continues his 1-3-1 zone trap.
Westmore regains the lead. And a steal by Liang. Here comes Gu with a left hand. She can't get it to go. Rarely misses one like that.
Very seldom you get that wide open. But again, they're transitioning, they're running, which is their style of play.
3-point attempt off the mark. Gu with the rebound. Atanari with that miss. Gu's fouled outside hard. She's was fouled by Atanari, and she's a little bit upset with herself still. She looks a little tired. She's played the whole game so far. That's the first lead that Westmore has had since the second quarter mark, when the Knights took the lead with 1:42 left to go. Here's a replay. Gu got hammered there, and she threw it out of bounds, trying to hit Liang in the corner. She looks a little flustered. Timeout Westmore and Coach Keogh, their second charge timeout. And despite the fact that Gu is struggling of late, Westmore has the lead, Harry.
Yeah, Hillsdale couldn't get anything going at this point. They have not scored at all. And, again, Westmore's having a little bit more energy at this point. They're playing like the opening tip-off, and they have the great energy going the first quarter, and I think this third quarter is going to really be the test to see how both teams are going to respond. Hillsdale probably have to be a little patient. They are a great three-point shooting team, the outside shooting team. Perhaps they would resort to the outside game.
Hillsdale scored 9 in the first and 10 in the second. Again, have gone scoreless here in the third. Westmore scored 13 in the first, just 2 in the second quarter. And now have scored 5 here in the third. Hillsdale and their third quarter drought has now reached 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Make it 5 minutes exactly.
Let's see if they can come out of the drought. Okay.
Now at the point is Nepomuceno. Huang is taking a rest. Ronberg with the miss. Rebound Cotton. It's stolen away. Cobbins knocked it away first. So Hillsdale comes up empty on that trip. Inside pass. Robbins. Or check that. Cobbins couldn't handle it. Charge her with the turnover. 5.5 minutes now have gone by here in the third quarter. Hillsdale yet to score.
Well, this possession is going to be very important. They need to get on the board.
Tipped out of bounds, 14 on the shot clock. Westmore switching to zone. That's been a key factor. Coach Keogh for the Rams started out in man. Since they went zone, Hillsdale unable to figure it out thus far. There's Cotton. Still can't buy a bucket.
Well, I like that move, though. I like that move. They're just going down the paint and just attacking. And rather than saying, hey, we know we can shoot the three, but let's just score inside in the key.
Hillsdale standing there man-to-man. There's Gu with a drive and kick to Liang for three. No good. Rebound Gu, and she spins it home. Rams up by 3 here in the third. 1:35 left to go. Hillsdale facing a full court, trapping press. Still yet to score. Ronberg can't find a mark.
So once again, Hillsdale doing a good job transitioning on defense. Rams look to run, but they couldn't do that. So settle for the half court set offense.
Gu in control. Liang traveled. Here comes Alcantara. And Monga for Hillsdale.
We're talking about that drought. It continues, so let's see if they can break this. It's all going to almost 7-minute drought.
A little token 1-3-1 half-court trap shown by Westmore. They drop back into a 2-3 zone. Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Monga kicks it out, and a traveling against Hillsdale. So they've just had a tough time shooting. They've also turned the ball over, and it's mainly due to Westmore's zone.
That's correct. I thought the better decision would have been just catch and shoot that. She was open, and for some reason she hesitated. She wanted to drive, and then she figured maybe I'd pull it back out. As a result, that was a bad turnover.
Nice driving layup there by Sabrina Tam, who just got called up from the JV team. Here's that 1-3-1 trap by Westmore. Monga. Great position there by Cobbins. Tam to Alcantara to Gu. Gu driving and finishes. And it's a 7-point lead as the third quarter winds down. Can Hillsdale muster a bucket before the buzzer? May have traveled, no call. Steal by Gu, 5 seconds left. She passes inside. Cantera can't find the rebound, and that would have been a nice finish to the quarter. But nonetheless, it's 26-19. Hillsdale goes scoreless, and Westmore outscores them 11-0 as we head to the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at a replay if we've got it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be ready. Okay, here it is. No.
Indicate the difference being, let's take a look and see if the replay is set. Looks like we won't have it. But the difference is that Westmore basically won the third quarter.
Yeah, 11-0. If you're enjoying watching this program or any other programs on MCTV, consider becoming an MCTV underwriter. It's a great way to get your name on local television and to support the Millbrae community. And of course, your support is crucial in helping MCTV to produce quality programming with a local focus. For info on underwriting opportunities or to sign up for an underwriting package, contact MCTV at 259-2343 or send an email to info@mctv.tv. Leading scorer for Westmore is Yasmin Gu with 9. And then it's Casey Liang with 3, as well as Cobbins 3. Alatua has 5.
Over on the Hillsdale side, leading scorer, it's Copton with 9. Wang with 2. Nippo Mencino with 3. Yushuki with 3. And Manga with 2.
Off the turnover, Cotton's shot was blocked by Gu. Hillsdale trying to get off the schneid. Three-pointer is good, and they do so. Emily Nepomuceno, the 5'6" junior, and that was a 8.5-minute scoring drought for the Knights, and all of a sudden they're still only down 4, Harry.
Exactly. You know, we knew they can do this. They're a three-point shooting team. It's just a matter of time for them to come back. And that was a big shot. I mean, they were really down and out.
Alcantara, she answers with a 3 of her own. Those are painful. If you're Hillsdale, finally get a 3, and Westmore comes right back with one of their own. 1-3-1 trap still here for Westmore. They'll fall back in their 2-3 zone. I'm Kenny Milch along with Harry Huey. Three-point attempt is short, taken by Gu here on MCTV Sports in the PAL Tournament semifinals. Gu, kick out to Tam, no good. Rebound stays with Westmore. Now it's changed, and they'll give it to Hillsdale. Coach Chardella in his first year at Hillsdale, once again was an assistant for the girls varsity last year at Mills. Of course, a legend over at Sacred Heart Prep, state champs over there for the Gators, trying to lead his team to the championship game in his first year. Pass inside from Cotton to Manga, and it's out of bounds, goes to Westmore.
And while Mike was with Mills last year as assistant coach, his focus was trying to narrow down the perfect zone defense for our team. And I'm pretty sure they need this now, being fourth quarter, 6 minutes left, and still in the game with only 7 points, and they are a three-point shooting team. And let's see if they play with some urgency on defense.
They're in man. There's Gu. Gu off the glass, and she's starting to heat up, showing why she was the PAL North Division co-MVP. Westmore's lead is 9. Cotton off the mark, and there's Gu. She's all over the place. Look at her look down court, finds Cobbins. Cobbins, one bounce dribble. Can't get the roll, but it stays to Westmore. They're up 9. They can push their lead to double figures here in the fourth quarter.
Gu has all that skills. I mean, no.
Gu now shows her three-point range. Wouldn't be surprised if we hear the crowd start chanting MVP in a second.
No, I would totally not be surprised.
Turnover against the 1-3-1 trap by Hillsdale. And that, along with Westmore's zone, has really befuddled Hillsdale in the second half. They have just one field goal in almost 11 minutes of action.
And that was only a three-pointer. So they do need a few more if they want to catch up in a hurry.
Westmore under Mike Keogh in his third year, once again 3 PAL North Division championships in a row, and they were county champs last year, the first time they had won the county since 2004.
Inside the paint. Scoring inside the paint.
Hillsdale has not won a county championship in their history. There's Alcantara with a nice drive and finish with the scoop off the glass, and the lead is now 14.
Now Westmore's feeling it. Now they're trapping. They open up this nice lead. But Hillsdale could still make a game of it. They're a 3-point shooting team.
Tussle on the floor. Possession retained by Hillsdale.
I would not be surprised that Hillsdale probably have to come back with a full court press on their own just to get the ball back. Can't have the Rams, walking or even transitioning for any more points.
They got to get a bucket, though, to get into their press. Rebound, Ronberg for Hillsdale. She gets fouled. Out of bounds to Hillsdale. Timeout, Westmore, their third. Each team now with 2 remaining. Thank you very much for joining MCTV and the Mills High School Art of Video class in this MCTV sports production. We do have DVD and Blu-ray copies of today's game for sale. Just go to the website mctv.tv/buy and look for the DVD cover on our Square store. You can also give us a call at 259-2343 and we'll take your order over the phone. DVD sales go to support the production of more MCTV sports events, so you are helping to keep our excellent sports programming going. For more info, give us a call or check our website at mctv.tv. I'm Kenny Milch alongside Harry Huey here on MCTV at Mills High School in the PAL San Mateo County Tournament semifinals. And in the second half, it has been all Westmore, Harry.
Absolutely. And what Hillsdale has to do is settle down one basket at a time. And they have to really shoot the basketball and full court trap. There's not a whole lot of time left. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining.
It's been the 2-3 zone of Westmore that's made the difference. Steal by Gu. Gu, one-on-one. Reverse layup, no good. Good defense there by Nepomuceno.
Rotating nicely.
Reaching foul charged to Araya Perez, 5'4" senior. Only the third team foul against Westmore of the half. They got plenty to give. Ronberg, in and out. Cotton, off the glass and off the iron. Rebound to Cobbins, and Hillsdale still has only scored 3 points in this half, and 12 minutes have elapsed.
Boy, if I was Mike, he's trying to figure out what is it going to take to wake this Hillsdale Knights team up. They are shooting, they're good shots.
Maybe even more of a credit to the Ram defense. There's a 3-point attempt from Alatua and a held ball. And it stays with the Rams.
You're absolutely right. Kenny, their zone defense is what is carrying them the second half. So we've seen the first half differs, both whose halves are up and downs. The second half is all Westmore.
Hillsdale with that zone on the out of bounds play. Another held ball. And this time it goes to Hillsdale. So their zone works. They usually play man to man, except for the out of bounds plays, they switch to zone.
And now here's Westmore's 1-3-1 full court trap.
Ronberg. It seems like there's a lid on the Knights basket.
I mean, you can't if you're Hillsdale, you can't execute any better than that. That was wide open 4-5 footer. The bank shot probably could have gone in. Some tough luck at times.
They did a nice job of breaking that 1-3-1 trap. Cobbins, mid-range, and everything's going now for Westmore.
They're really feeling it. This is it.
Cobbins now with 5. Gu leads the Rams with 14. Turnover, Hillsdale. The lead is 16. If Westmore goes on to win, which it looks like at this point they will, they'll take on the winner of the Half Moon Bay Menlo Atherton game. That's going to be tipping off at 6 p.m. right here on MCTV Sports, live from Mills High School in the city of Millbrae. I'm Kenny Milch along with Harry Huey. Bill McCarthy will be along to join us for both the boys' games as the boys take to action on the floor. Next up, starting with Burlingame and the host Mills at 4:30. And then the nightcap at 7:30, Half Moon Bay and Sequoia. And boy, that Mills Burlingame, that'll be the rubber match of 3. They split their first 2 meetings in the PAL South. That ought to be a good one, Harry.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a loud affair. The place will be packed.
Westmore actually missed a shot. Cobbins fighting, battling for the rebound. She's been a factor inside tonight.
And somehow the Hillsdale Knights just seems to be a tad slower. I mean, I hear on the bench, trap, close out D, and they're not doing that. And, giving Westmoor Rams another opportunity.
Saka Tagawi into the game, number 31 for Westmore, as Coach Keogh starts bringing in some of his substitutes. Also on the floor is Tam and Fulgencio. Gu is out. Cobbins is out. Liang is in there. There's a driving shot off the glass. A wild shot, no good. Taken by Tam.
Here comes Hillsdale, probably needing a 3. They're looking for it. No, they're not. They are looking for one.
And it goes off the top of the backboard. Kind of the way this half has gone for Hillsdale. Also in the game for Westmore, number 24, also brought up for the JV team. Don't have a name on here. Here comes number 20, Giselle Mahane, 5'5" junior. So there are no starters in the game for Westmore. Hillsdale has also cleared their bench. This one is going to go into books. The only thing in doubt is the final score. 3-point attempt that goes off the glass. And it's in for KC Liang. 19-point lead for Westmore. Remember, they trailed by 4 at halftime.
That's right. So what turnaround? Basketball's really, the game of both halves.
Bank 3-pointer for Ashley Akushi. Only the second field goal for Hillsdale in the second half. Both of them were 3-pointers.
And now it's just a matter of finishing up.
Timeout Hillsdale at 30 just to get in one more of their substitutions. Number 21 is Shauna Raguram, 5'5" senior. That's nice to get her in the game, at least for these last 40 seconds.
Let's see, check out some stats for Hillsdale. Leading rebounders with 11 is Cotton. Leading scorer for Hillsdale's 9 points with Cotton. And
Let's take a look at the replay of that bank three-pointer that came from Yakushi. Only the second field goal. More statistics. The leading scorer for Westmore is Gu with 14. She also has 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. She had 6 steals. Liang had 6. Alcantara 5. Alatua 5. And Cobbins 5. Cobbins also had 8 rebounds. 35 seconds left to go in this one, and it's academic. Ball deflected. Stays with Hillsdale.
Well, we've seen the second half with the way Gu and Cobbins plays. No wonder they're all leaguers. Really demonstrated a really fine play in the second half.
Inside shot missed there by Nepomuceno. She's the one starter in the game for either team.
Yeah, Hillsdale
And
just letting it play.
Westmore's going to just run the clock out. They're going to win by the final of 41-25, and with the loss, Hillsdale drops to 19-7 overall, and they'll look forward to the CCS playoffs with the victory. Westmore improves their record to 20-6, and they advance to tomorrow night's championship game, which tips off at 6 o'clock. They'll face the winner of Half Moon Bay and Menlo Atherton, still yet to play tonight at 6 p.m. We'd like to thank our entire MCTV crew for helping us out, starting with our statisticians, Mariko Wayne, Serena Carr, Jasmine Dong, Megan Wong, Bridget Lee, and Nikki Huey. And we thank our regular crew, our director, Jeff McGinnis, and the rest of MCTV Sports and the Mills Art of Video class. For Harry Huey, I'm Kenny Milch, saying so long, but not for long. We'll see you in a little bit for the boys, and Harry will be back for the second girls semifinal.